What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today we'll be using a brand new team, and yeah, we're going to be featuring Mega Gyarados today alongside Tapu Koko, Salazzle, Landorus, Aegislash, and Amoonguss. So this team isn't exactly the most solid team, I know for a fact, but I've been struggling to build around Mega Gyarados for a while. So I had a few ideas. I felt like this one was the most solid out of the Mega Gyarados picks that I had. And I kind of really wanted to use Salazzle because it was a Pokemon that I think was okay in VGC 17, but I never used. So I'm quite excited, and I thought it paired excellently with Mega Gyarados. As we find Alex as our first opponent. With the team of Tyranitar, Aegislash, Ferrothorn, we got a Dusclops, again, Salamence, and Tapu Fini. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Sacred Sword on Aegislash is going to be really good in this matchup. Like, Aegislash overall is just really solid in this matchup. I just got to figure it out. So, how do I want to handle this? I don't think Coco's that great in this matchup. I like Salazzle a lot. I like Landorus a lot. I like Aegislash and Amoonguss a lot. I don't think Gyarados can... Well, Gyarados can do a lot of work against my opponent in theory, but I really have to be worried about the Ferrothorn. So I don't want to play this game is the question. I think Salazzle, maybe Amoonguss is not the call here. Amoonguss can be good, but I just don't see me bring it. I think we go Salazzle Landorus. It pressures the Tyranitar, which is really good for me. I have Gyarados and Aegislash in the back. I'm kind of weak to Salamence then. I think I could make it work though. I don't know if you're gonna go the Trick Room route or if you're gonna go like Salamence stuff right here. If you're going Salamence stuff, I think Tapu Koko was the call, or maybe leading Aegislash. Although I still don't think this is the worst case position to be in. I like Salazzle a lot because Taunt is gonna be a really big thing in shutting down my opponent's way of getting up Trick Room. I have Flamethrower for the Ferrothorn as well as a Poisonium Z for that Tapu Fini, just in case. So let us see what my opponent decides to lead here, because honestly Salamence is scaring me, as well as Tyranitar, since I actually don't have Protect on Salazzle and I don't have Superpower on the Landers. I might change it to Superpower, I don't know yet, as we see the Dusclops plus Tyranitar leads. So this is okay for me. It's not the best, it's not the worst. A Rock Slide or Protect is definitely coming. You might be scared of Superpower. Tyranitar could be a Mega for all I know, but Frisk is going to fire my Poisonium Z and my Choice Scarf. So I feel like you should be fearing Superpower here, yet I think my best play is just to taunt the Dusclops. I kind of wish I let Aegislash now. And honestly, I could knock off the Dusclops if I really want to, but I think U-Turn's just a safe play. Yeah, I'm going to go for U-Turn into Tyranitar. I feel like it's a safe play, other than Weakness Policy, which I probably should have considered. Yeah, maybe I should consider that, but I feel like Taunt is a very safe play into Dusclops. Tyranitar might Protect on the Fake Out too, although I'm not sure if you expect me to have Taunt. It is actually Mega Tyranitar, so no Mega Salamence. That's really good for me. That's really good for me. Are you going to Protect though? Let's see. Okay, you do Protect, so I could have U-turned out. But that's okay for me because I get to taunt the Dusclops, and Dusclops doesn't get to do anything. No Will-O-Wisp, no Trick Room, no nothing. So yeah, Dusclops gonna be falling for that taunt and cannot use Trick Room afterwards. So pretty good turn. I kind of wish I U-turned the Dusclops instead, but that's alright. I can go out in the Gyarados here. I feel like I'm going to be taking Rock Slide, but it's going to be at -2, so I don't think it's the worst case in the world. And I'm going to U-turn the Tyranitar slot because I do need damage on that Tyranitar. Put in range of maybe a Waterfall to pick up the knockout. So we'll go out into my Gyarados here. And are you going to... You can't Will-O-Wisp the Lander slot. You have to Nightshade at the worst case scenario, or Shadow Ball if you have it. I do get a U-turn off. Great. I don't want to go out in the Salazzle. I think I'll just go out into my Aegislash. Yeah, Aegislash looks like a good play. Kind of wish I was Leftovers over Weakness Policy, but nothing I can do here. So we get Aegislash out. Rock Slide is going to come out. Ooh, Gyarados a Voice. That's huge. That wasn't going to do... That's still going to hurt, but it wasn't going to do like a huge absurd amount. Nightshade is going to come out and target down my Gyarados slot. Okay. I don't think Rock Slide plus Nightshade was going to KO, but that's massive right there. That's absolutely massive there. And my opponent really doesn't have a good switch into Gyarados. Of course, Pharaoh can come out, but I think I'm just gonna Waterfall and fire off a Shadow Ball into the Dusclops. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm pretty sure Waterfall at neutral should KO Tyranitar, and since you don't have Salamence, I'm guessing you wouldn't bring Salamence in this matchup if you brought Mega Tyranitar. Because, yeah, then the Salamence is basically useless other than Intimidate, but I guess it could be a potential, but like, Waterfall should be able to knock out Tyranitar, I would assume. It is a Mega Gyarados after all. Shadow Ball puts the Dusclops in range of Crunch. My position's looking pretty good against my opponent's team. Aegislash is just in such a favorable position. Tyranitar is most likely inclined to switch out at -2, but actually decides to stay in, which is interesting here. So, Mega Evolve with the Gyarados. Gonna gain a Dark typing, so I won't be hit by a super effective Rock Slide. If this Tyranitar does survive, I kind of doubt it would, but we'll see here. Waterfall gonna come out. Yeah, it does knock out Tyranitar. So Tyranitar goes down. That's a Mega Pokemon, and that's a Pokemon that's hard for my team to switch into, to be honest, which is why I run the Sacred Sword on Aegislash in this team. So Shadow Ball going to come out. This is going to do probably about 60%, I would assume. Yeah, a little bit about. Nightshade going to come out into the Gyarados once again. So Aegislash is a really important Pokemon for my opponent to damage, but luckily I'm just keeping it healthy at this rate. Taunt wears off, but Dusclops is already weakened to where it can't go for like a Trick Room or anything really, because I can knock it out. Tapu Fini is going to hit the field, which I already have my Salazzle for this. If you want to go for an attack, that's fine. I think Crunch is just a safe play in a Dusclops. I do pick up the knockout on Dusclops, and I think I'll just sub here. Yeah, I'll just sub here. I think sub is a safe play on Aegislash. Unless it's like Specs Hydro Pump, I think, is the only way you can get me. Oh. That's cute. That's cute. I don't know why it lagged there. It like froze. Okay. My computer just ended up being dumb. Okay. So, okay, we're gonna trade my... Okay. So we're gonna trade my Gyarados there. I do get a sub up, which is pretty big in this matchup. Honestly, I could just fake out Tapu Fini and Shadow Ball again. I don't see a reason not to. And I will make that play. As Dusclops is being weakened, the Tapu Fini is being weakened at this rate. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to just go for a fake out into the Tapu Fini slot and a Shadow Ball. I'm in a really solid position right here. Dusclops don't usually carry Protect. They usually carry like Pain Split, Trick Room, Will-O-Wisp, Nightshade. So I'm pretty okay with my position here because my opponent can't do much. Yeah. I'm guessing Pharaoh might be in the back? I don't know. It's not Mence. I can pretty much assure it's not Mence. I wonder if you actually ally switch again, but Shadow Ball should put Tapu Fini in range of another one. Is Tapu Fini going to protect here? Oh, is this the cute ally switch tech? No, it's not an ally switch. Okay, perfect. Aegislash going to be able to get a Shadow Ball off, and I don't have to worry about ally switch. And plus, Fini already protected, so now I can throw off a Z move unless the Tapu Fini gets a double. So, Dusclops goes down. Sand subsides. What's my opponent's last Pokemon? I think it was anything that could... Yeah, Aegislash. Perfect. So I don't know if you're going to try to go for the double protect. You might think Fini lives a Sludge Bomb because it's a Salazzle. But my best play is just to Shadow Ball and go for that Z move onto the Tapu Fini slot. I don't see a reason not to. I could double up into my opponent's Aegislash, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure that his Aegislash will probably be faster than mine just because mine, I believe, is minimum speed. So I should just be able to get rid of my opponent's Aegislash. So yeah, this is looking really solid for me. Unless Fini gets a double, then I think things might get complicated. But as long as I lose the speed tie against Aegislash, where his Aegislash was first, if it is a speed tie, I do get a KO. So nice, no double protects. That should just seal the game. So the Poisonium Z on the Salazzle, and I was debating because honestly I knew Salazzle was probably going to be my Z move. It was either going to be Firium or it was going to be Poisonium, and I decided to go Poisonium because I was thinking about like Lele, Metagross, and Feeny a lot, and I was like, okay, do I value KOing Metagross potentially more and Amoonguss, because Amoonguss could be a problem, or do I value KOing the top boost more? And I felt like getting rid of the top boost more was more important for this team, because Gyarados can check like Metagross, and I do have tools against the others. Wow, we're faster? I think it's a speed tie actually. I'm absolutely confident that I'm min speed on this Aegislash, because I have two Aegislashes with the same moveset as okay, just gonna go for a Shadow Ball. Perfect. Into my sub. Perfect. I think my opponent went for Muddy Water there in a Shadow Ball, which makes sense. But I'm just gonna be able to fire off a Flamethrower. Salazzle putting in a lot of work, which I'm really happy about, as substitute gonna come out from Aegislash. Gyarados putting in some work getting that KO. It doesn't honestly look like well, I guess the Rock Slide miss still could have mattered if Muddy Water was like a play my opponent could make. But to be honest, I don't think it was really a big deal, to be honest, because Aegislash was definitely taking a Muddy Water, it looked like. So, because it wasn't specced, and I would still probably got my sub up. Only thing that could have really changed the game, I think, was an accuracy drop at that point. But luckily, gonna be able to come through. Salazzle putting in a lot of work. Really love it. As I feel like Salazzle is underrated. Fake out user, fire type. Poison type, helps against top boost. It's pretty good. I was considering an Assault Vest originally for the Salazzle set, but I was like, like Tapu Koko so Volt Switches, so that's a big problem. I wish Salazzle could outspeed Tapu Koko. That would make it pretty strong. That would actually make it really strong. But yeah, Salazzle putting in some fine work for the first game, as we'll find a second game for today's episode. And yeah, we find one. Rated 1556 rated player from Japan as our second opponent. Oh god, what is this? Hard rain, hard rain. Oh, I don't like this matchup at all. Okay, this is one of the matchups I don't like, because rain is a very tough matchup for me. It's really tough. I'm thinking putting Sludge Bomb on the Amoonguss, but like I don't have much answers for Snorlax in the first place. That's where it's kind of like this team falls apart in. Maybe Gyarados plus Amoonguss as the lead. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty solid here. And I'm thinking, honestly, bring Salazzle might be worth it, because the Z move is looking really good. I know I want Coco in the back for sure, because Coco is pretty good in this matchup. I'm thinking Salazzle here, but I'm also thinking maybe Aegislash. Maybe go Salazzle, because the fake out pressure could be really nice. Also, outspeeding Kartana could be really big as well, because I could KO it with Flamethrower. Because the only things that I don't stop with my lead choice of Amoonguss plus Gyarados is a Kartana lead. So I feel like I should have a backup answer just in case. So let's see what my opponent's going to lead here. This is definitely one scary matchup. As we see just the Politoed Ludicolo. Okay. So Gyarados Amoonguss gets to come out. I get to click Clear Smog and Protect. Yeah. I don't think I want to Mega Evolve Gyarados yet, although I do get a bit of a boost. It doesn't really change much, to be honest. But I could keep Intimidate in case Kartana decides to switch in for the Politoed slot. So I will Protect with the Gyarados here. Kartana switches in for the Politoed. Really difficult for handle, but we'll see. Clear Smog will come out. Maybe I should put Foul Play on the Amoonguss, because it would help more against Snorlax, I feel like. Then again, I also have to Clear Smog. Oh no. Like, I was debating a lot about the sets, because they're not exactly the best in my opinion. Like, I could run Foul Play for on Amoonguss to help deal with Snorlax, because it does like 80% to a Belly Drum Snorlax. Clear Smog helps with Curslax and Calm Mind Feenies, which I felt like could give me trouble. I don't know, there's a lot of things I think that I could be using. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. I'm definitely going to Protect Clear Smog turn 1. A double up in Amoonguss isn't going to do too much, and I still have my Berry, and Amoonguss is a really special defensive Pokemon, especially this Amoonguss. So let's see what my opponent's going to go for. Do you fake out the Amoonguss? Do you go for a Giga Drain right away? It's just an Ice Beam into the Amoonguss, so good play for my opponent. The double Ice Beam? It's just a Hydro Pump. Okay, into the Gyarados slot, maybe expecting me to Protect. Clear Smog going to come out into that Ludicolo. That is Assault Vest. That's 100% Assault Vest. Okay. So I think Crunch should get the knockout onto Ludi. I really do want to go for a hard Spore, but do I really need to? guess I get to find out if it's Scarf Politoed. If it's Scarf Politoed, that could be a problem. I think I just spored a Politoed because honestly, Hydro Pump usually screams Scarf Politoed, and if it is Scarf Politoed, I am kind of scared. Especially since I feel like you would be Scarf Politoed, because I feel like there's no reason not to run Pelipper on this team. So let's see here. Cold Breaker. It's just another Ice Beam and Amoonguss. I should survive. Maybe get my berry back. I think I would. Yeah, I do. Perfect. So it wasn't Giga Drain, which could have healed him potentially to where he could have lived Crunch. Crunch should do a lot though. Why is that Politoed faster than my Gyarados? Oh, man. That blows. Oh man. That is an interesting one. Okay. I'm gonna double out my Pokemon. Is it worth? I could also just switch out Gyarados into Salazzle and clear Smog. Or I could go out into Coco for the Gyarados. What's the play? I think the play is to get Coco in, start Electro Webbing, and I think I want to get a bit of chip damage onto this Ludicolo, because I could always switch out Amoonguss later in the game. My opponent's really targeting down this Amoonguss, so maybe my opponent doesn't have much for this Amoonguss. Maybe it's like Jolteon and something else in the back. I will get in my Coco. I don't think you Scald or Hydro Pump that slot for sure. Ice Beam just going to come out into the Amoonguss slot, most likely. Yep. So I don't mind that. I know. Yeah, that's a really fast Politoed to outspeed my Gyarados. Clear Smog going to come out into that Ludicolo. And now the question is, do I want to Sky Drop the Ludicolo potentially? Which I think might be the play. Hold up. Yeah, I dodge a Hydro Pump. Or I could Electro Whip. You know what? Electro Whip makes sense because then I get to double in. Because Electro Whip should allow my Tapu Koko to outspeed the Ludicolo the following turn. So I'll just go into Gyarados and Electro Whip. I get Regenerator. We're going to see Politoed withdraw. Is that the Jolteon? Yeah, it is the Jolteon. Discharge is like the one thing I'm fearing. But yeah. Unfortunately, I can't put anything else to sleep anymore, which is a bit unfortunate. But let us see what my opponent decides to do. Probably just Ice Beam again, to be honest, because that's what my opponent's been doing for the game. Yeah. Don't freeze, please. Crit. Okay. I'll take that. Because I do get an Electro Web off, and this will slow down that Ludicolo. So, hold up, Ludicolo. You're getting caught in this web real quick. So, okay. Sky Drop should knock out the Ludicolo, and I could just withdraw Gyarados and go out into Amoonguss, because Amoonguss is going to take any hit from Jolteon, especially since I'm especially defensive Gyarados. The problem is I don't have much damage output for the Jolteon. I need to get Salazzle in and fire off my Z move, or I need to get Gyarados into a position where... The problem is if it's Discharge Jolteon. We'll see here. I'm definitely going to Sky Drop Ludicolo, because Sky Drop should... Oh, you switch out. Into Azu. It's not good. It's not the worst for me, but it's not the best case. It's actually pretty bad. Is it? Yeah. Thunderbolt gonna come out into the Amoonguss slot. Oh, Paralysis also sucks. Sky Drop. I probably should have just fired off a Volt Switch, to be honest. Yeah, no, Volt Switch doesn't KO. Oh, man. This is where I wish I had Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb would have helped a lot more. I need Amoonguss around, don't I? Maybe I can protect here, stall out a turn with the Jolteon. Oh, geez, this Paralysis could get really ugly in the end game. So I'm gonna protect because Tapu Koko should live any hit from these two. Unless it's Bandit Azu. I do get a protect with Amoonguss, which is really good. It's not Assault Vest, Empower Ice. I would definitely... You're not going for Belly Drum, are you? I don't think you would. This position. Definitely just a knockoff for... Yeah, play rough. That's fine. I'll definitely survive this. You're gonna fire off. I think does Voltage KO? We're gonna find out. I definitely need. I think Salazzle is the play here. Salazzle is the play. Salazzle is in now on an HP Ice, and then I Volt Switch the Azumarill, go out into my Amoonguss, and I could get in a position where I can Rage Powder and pick up a knockout with my Poisonium Z. Oh, that's even better, because I don't have to take the damage. Okay, Politoed's gonna come in. You going for a Rain Boosted Aqua Jet? Does that KO me? It might be. I might be able to set up with Gyarados though. So this doesn't look too bad still. Salazzle. Yeah, you do go for the boosted Aqua Jet. That's gonna KO Tapu Koko, I think. Tapu Koko to go! Alright, nice. Ooh, that's damage. That is a Sister's Berry though. Ah, unfortunate. Actually, that's not too bad at all. Gyarados is my play. If I remember correctly, Politoed didn't take a turn of sleep. I think it switched out immediately. Yeah, it did. Okay, so I get a Dragon Dance up for sure. Oh, this is beautiful. Now I really like my position because I get to Dragon Dance up. I need 2 Dragon Dances to outspeed Ludicolo and the Jolteon. That's the problem. The Ludicolo is hard to deal with. The Jolteon's a bit easier because I do have redirection. So I do get to fake out the Azumarill that stays in, which is really good. Politoed staying fast asleep. You get a Dragon Dance up. Okay, really good position here. Unless you're Safety Goggles Politoed. Please don't be Safety Goggles Politoed. No, you're not. You restored, right? Okay. Beautiful. This is where the paralysis can get really ugly because I can't afford to be paralyzed here. So I'm gonna go Amoonguss and protect because I don't want to take a play rough. I don't want to KO the Azu yet because as long as I get my boost, I should be able to win this game. Parasong could be a factor. It's not the worst case. I'm trying to think. So we'll retreat my Salazzle into Amoonguss because I can redirect attacks. You're probably just gonna Aqua Jet or play rough. Probably Aqua Jet, I would assume. And Encore, I would assume, if you do wake up. Okay, so I could have got Dragon Dance up there, but I feel like my play is like no risk right there. Because I was risking nothing. Now, unless your Azumarill has a random Ice Punch, which you shouldn't have since you're Citrus Berry. I'm guessing your okay, I just Dragon Dance up again. +2 Crunch I think knocks out Politoed, which would be really nice. Yeah, I think that might be the play. Please, Amoonguss. Please, I need this one. I just need this one. I think I only need this one Rage Powder. Politoed's gonna withdraw. Into Ludicolo. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Dragon Dance. Okay, now I'm boosted. I'm ready. Player F gonna come out into the Amoonguss. That does a lot. Attack falls doesn't matter. The play is to... I think, honestly, I can go hard Salazzle. I'm gonna go hard Salazzle, because I think you would Ice Beam or Play Rough that slot if you do predict anything. Yeah, it works. Because I don't want Fake Out Play Rough going out into Azumarill and I get parried right here. So this is a safe play, because I can threaten a Fake Out later. So Salazzle gonna come in. Gyarados gonna protect. Okay. And it's just an Ice Beam in the Salazzle and probably a Play Rough. Yes. Okay. This is what I'm liking. This is what I'm liking. Rain stops too. Oh, wait. Oh, and my opponent's really running down on time. Fake out into Azumarill and Crunch. I could predict the Protect from Azumarill, but not worth it. Not worth risking. At all. Never worth risking. So, As long as it might come down to a full pair in the end still. I am going to KO the Ludicolo slot no matter what, because if you sack, I get the KO. Like, no matter what, I'm in a really solid position right there. So, Politoed going to come out. It's going to be sacked here. Does Azumarill protect? I'm guessing it does protect here. Yeah. So, I could have Z-moved there, but I didn't feel like I needed to in this position. So, Fake Out going to go off into the Azumarill slot, and I will get a Crunch off and knock out the Politoed. This is +2 Crunch. Yes. Okay, so I get rid of Politoed, and if Jolteon comes in, I go for Waterfall into that Jolteon and a Sludge Bomb into the Azu. If Ludicolo comes out, my opponent's really running out of time. I think I just sack my Coco here. Yeah, I sack my Coco here. I sack my Coco to get back in Salazzle, and then I can crunch the Ludicolo. Like, we're repeating the process here, and this is hurting my opponent because I still think I do win the game as long as I don't get full parried with this in the end. But I'm trying to put it in a position where I don't have to rely on that happening. So we sack our Coco here. If Coco survives, that's amazing for me because I get but it puts me in an okay position the same way. Fake Out and a Aqua Jet. Perfect. Then we rinse and repeat. Get in my Salazzle, Fake Out, Crunch. My opponent pretty much has, like, I think you lose, honestly. Like, you lose right here because switch. If you switch, you go down, and then the switch takes up your time. Yeah, you're screwed. So I get to go for Crunch, and I get to go for Fake Out again into Azumarill. Ooh, this has been a one big game of maneuvering, and somehow, some way, I'm making it go through. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. You lose on your time. Yep. Fake Out an Azumarill. It went for Aqua Jet. Crunch into the Ludicolo. Picks up that knockout. Good game. Because your timer is out. Man, that was a... Jolteon comes out, but isn't your timer gone? I mean, it doesn't matter, even if I have to play this last turn. Yeah. He had time to select his Mon. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know how it worked. But we do pick up a win. Very nice. Learning of his Assault Vest Ludicolo early on was so big because it was like, I don't have to worry about a Z move KOing like any of my Mons. Well, specifically the Coco and the Salazzle. Well, Salazzle was going to go down either way. Coco, not so much worried about a Z move. I had to put myself in a position where I could get 2 Dragon Dances up with Gyarados to outspeed my opponent's entire team. Was able to. That fast Encore Politoed, though, really caught me off surprise. But, yeah, luckily able to just put myself in a position where I was going to rotate and get safe switches. The para really sucked on Amoonguss because I could have honestly, like, just Rage Powdered, Crunch, win the game. Like, no matter what, because my opponent really didn't have options there. Instead, I had to make some risk, because if my opponent maybe made aggressive plays on the Salazzle or the Coco coming in, like, there could have been some big problems. But luckily, able to pull through in the end. Mega Gyarados, Salazzle, putting in some work in today's episode. If you did like this video, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below, such as my side series, social medias, as well as my Twitch channel, and the playlist of the series VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you have missed a previous episode, I highly recommend go checking it out. Of course, if you want to try out the team, there will be a paste pin down below. And honestly, this team honestly had a better showcasing than I thought it was going to in the first episode. Let's keep this up. Anyway, feel free to leave a comment down below because I do read them. Otherwise, yeah, share with your friends or anyone who you would think would enjoy this video. Otherwise, have a great day, people. I will catch you around in another video.